Friends and followers. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Welcome here. So we'll give it a few minutes for people to come rolling in. We are doing our midweek chat and coffee. We'll do updates and share the Lord's word. And yes, be our third live for the week. So I kind of want to prop y'all instead of holding you. Let me use my son's little stand. So y'all going to lay down for just 1 minute. Use his little stand. Well, stand. I gotta try to hold y'all. Welcome to the first person here. Feel free to like the stream. So go ahead and like, comment, share, hit the notification bell if you're just coming in, and feel free to drop a comment in the chat and the comment section. If you don't want to comment in the stream, but if you see that red button lit up in red, you're watching the live in action. If you do not see it lit up in red, watch the replay, and that is completely okay. Keep watching, and yeah, we'll give it a minute or two, and then we'll get started. And then, yeah, it's really quiet. Having my morning coffee. It's my second cup, actually. So do come on in, say hello as you come in. Feel free to comment in this chat with us, the stream. This is the main cup I drink out of. My son gave it to me a few weeks ago from youth group. So nice. It's got the butterfly and flowers. Just love the cup. Okay. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started, and then we will, if you're coming in and you don't see the beginning part of the video, just go back and watch replay if you can and you would like. And yes, so welcome, welcome. Welcome to Crystal's Daily Dose of Joy. Welcome, family, friends, and followers. If you're new, then hello. Welcome. If you're returning, then welcome back. This is Midweek Chat, Coffee, and Update. Tyler, say hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel free to stay, like. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. We have 4 people watching. Let's like the stream, y'all, as we come in. We got no likes. And there we go. Thank you for the like. 10 people watching. And just keep this stream respectful. And yes, kind of give y'all updates and talk about everything. Jake the Snake Robert says hi. Welcome, welcome. Yes, I am. The same person from. I did a live stream yesterday. So. And yes, so yes, y'all, today's video will be midweek chat, coffee updates, and we'll be sharing the Lord's word. And then yes, if you're new here, then welcome. We are a variety channel, so we upload Mondays. This planner decoration, that's live. Our theme was food emojis. She uses is a clean with me, and it's a focus point. Our focus point was the pink drawers down in the bedroom, and I did do that video live. Today's video is a midweek chat and coffee, and we give updates and share the Lord's word. Thursdays are vlogs. Fridays are decluttering and reorganize something, and Saturdays are a family fun day. So Warshy and Coffee, morning. We had a few comments I have had to remove. Do keep the streamer respectful. We will remove and take down any negative or just inappropriate comments. So yes, thank you for the 4 likes and thank you for the comments. And then yes, if you would like to join the channel, we have memberships. They are monthly. There's level 1 for $1.99, level 2 for $2.99, and level 3 for $4.99. All of my levels are early access to videos and member shout outs, and there's super thanks and gifts, different ways you can support the channel. So yes, we're going to get started. So we're going to do our daily bread reading, and then we are also going to give updates on my dad. A lot of y'all ask. And then we always like to give updates. I don't go into personal, a lot of people's details or too much information. I just give you the basics. If you would like to reach out to me personally, your family, or your close friend, then I do go into more details on that. I am having coffee. I'm actually having my second cup of coffee. This was a cup that my son gave me a few weeks ago from youth group. He does a youth group with our church on Tuesday nights. And so I drank Folgers, and this is like a French vanilla creamer. Or no, this morning I'm using peppermint and mocha liquid creamer. How's your morning going? Yeah, I was looking for your video yesterday, Warshy and Coffee, and I'm not sure what happened. I was like, wait a minute. Did I miss her live or something? I thought it was me. I was confused. I was like, I'm going to message her on one of her old videos and just see if I missed the live somehow. So, Angie, welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning. So y'all excuse me, there was a bunch of, sometimes you get those comments that come in and being respectful. Some people call them trolls, whatever. Overlook those if you see them. But yes, we'll start off by giving a few updates, and then we'll do the Lord's Word. Thank you for coming in and joining me. This is what midweek chat and coffee updates is about. Coffee and we do updates is about. So first things first, my dad, he's had his health stuff that he's battling with and going through. He's had a really, really good attitude. He did have an appointment yesterday, and with that appointment, he had 15 staples removed. He said it was went really good. The last one was kind of, it hurt a little bit when they took it out. He does have to go back in 2 weeks and follow up. So they got to recheck the test that they already looked at, and we're not sure why. There wasn't a lot of information given on that. So he'll follow back up in 2 weeks, and he is blessed to be able to draw a little bit of money and stuff since he's missing work for 6 weeks. He's in really good spirits, has a really, really good attitude. He's able to eat solid food. And he does tell me to let everybody know thank you for all the prayers and love and support. So that is much, much appreciated. I will keep everybody posted and updated. If your family or your friends, like I say, you can always reach out to me personally, whether it's Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger, or if you have my phone number or whatever, and I will give you more updates on my dad. But that's the current updates. He did go ahead and do a follow-up appointment on some tests that was run. And for whatever reason, there's got to go and be a recheck on those now. And then also, he did have the staples removed. There was 15 of those. And he's just got to wait it out till it's time to go back to work. Time to go back to work and just wait and see. So thank you. I don't dive into his personal. I just give you the basics so that people can be praying, because prayer warriors are the best. And so thank you for all the love and prayers for my dad. It is much appreciated. And everybody connect with each other. Be respectful. You will get removed from this stream if you're not. So then second update I will give, some of y'all seen, you asking me, you see my yard look crazy. My landlord was just asking me because we took him rent money out there. He was thinking it was going to come out at the beginning of the week, but I haven't seen nobody out here. They're getting ready to do well, which is a lot of digging. Just a lot of work that has to be done for that, preparing. And so, yeah, no one's been out yet, so I'm not sure. They have a busy schedule, though, from what it seems and looks. Other updates. Yes, we have decided, which we may not. We had a really, really good day yesterday. There was a super thanks, and Joyce, my stepmom's a monthly member now. There was quite a few people. So that helps. It does help when you're supporting, and that's why it is optional that, whether you're liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and hitting the notification bell, or you are supporting the channel through super thanks gifts or like a monthly member, or if you're doing both. We do have a giveaway going on. I will show that after we do the read. So, y'all, I always do time with the Lord and prayer time. And anytime you need prayers, just put the little hand that's got the prayer hand emoji in the stream, and I will make sure to put you down on a list for prayers. It's always good. So we're reading from Our Daily Bread. My cat's into everything this morning, so you have to excuse me. I'm just mushroom. I'm just a pain. You have to excuse me the way my hair looks and stuff. I got to get a good shower today and wash my hair. I don't wash my hair every day. I have natural oily skin. Okay, working coffee. And if I wash my hair every day, I don't know. I don't. It wouldn't be good. So, yeah. Every other day they say it's better for it anyways. Um, Today's read comes from, what's the date, the 30th? Yes, the 30th, because yesterday was 29th. So it is May 30th. And the Bible verse, see, it gives you the read up here, and then you got the Bible verse on the read here, and then you got 2 questions, and then like a small little prayer down there at the bottom. And so the Bible verse comes from Psalms. Book of Psalms is a really pretty book in the Bible. But it says, do not let the flood waters engulf me or the depths swallow me up. And that comes from Psalms chapter 69, verse 15. Psalms chapter 69, verse 15. So that's a really, 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 when you think about it, do not let the flood waters engulf me or the depths swallow me up. There's a lot you can think about when you think about just that one Bible verse and what it says. How are you doing today, Angie? I hope you were blessed. So you've been doing some really, really cute little projects. I love your craft space and your room that you're doing. If you do have YouTube channels, Warshy and Coffee, Angie, y'all can all drop those here. You can drop your channel links in the description box below. I always want that to be known. You're welcome. It's so pretty. It says, in the depths, okay, San Francisco, I might be pronouncing the name completely wrong. I apologize. A bay is nestled in a cove of Italy's northwest coast, accessible only by boat or foot. It is a secluded gem, but even more treasure hides in its bay or foot. I'm motivated by your cleaning videos. Thank you. As divers venture into the sea and descent 50 feet down, the figure of a man starts coming into view. This is the cross of the Asbus, the world's first underwater statue placed in 1954. The depths may be seen, experienced them. I sink in the mirror depths, Psalms chapter 69. I am worn out calling for help, mocked by his foes and estranged from his family. The psalmist felt no comfort in others, and fear his misery would swallow him up. Whether it's sin or sadness that takes us there, the depths are life's moments of dark despair. As the sculpture reminds us, when we sinking under the world's weight, we are not alone. Jesus, by the Spirit, is there in the depths. His hand raised high, ready to meet us and lift us out in time. And so, yeah, that's very important to remember, y'all. I get that in reading, especially that last line. Sometimes things happen in your trials and your hardship, and it is a timing thing. Like you feel like I'm not supposed to be going through this, and there's a lot of why discomfort, but you do have to kind of face it and go through it because there's like victory in the end. And it is like a growing, a teaching, a learning process. And it's not me trying to say, oh, like I know it all. I definitely don't. But that's what I get from the reading when I read it. I used to, and I still get I have always had really high anxiety and depression. But when I hear of things talking about, like it says, his hands raised high, ready to meet us and lift us out in time. It doesn't say time, it says in time. So it reminds me that I have to be respectful of timing because timing is everything and it's so important, right? So the questions are, how have you experienced the depths in the past? Ooh, that's a big one. I mean, just by my choices, by my actions. And I couldn't blame anybody. I couldn't blame life. I just had to finally get to a point where I admitted that it was me and that I had to accept that and I had to face that. And because of timing and it being so important, I still had to go through the dread and the discomfort for about a year of my life. And And God really did a really, really big work on me during that time, because once you climb over, it's like you're down at the bottom and you climb over on the other side of the mountain. There's so much glory and there's so much victory. Hey, Sean. Mason just catched a bus and went to school. And so there's so much victory in that, you know. And for someone that doesn't or understand, don't try to have debate. Just pray. Don't try to question. Don't try to do too much. It's better just to keep them in prayers, because it's a timing for them. There's a timing when they come and really know or don't know and want him in his life and all that. This is one I've really had to work on hard over the years. And I'm still not where I need to be. So anything I share with you when it comes to the Lord's reading or questions or prayers, don't forget that it's areas I'm working on myself. I'm always working on those areas as well. And, you know, none of us are perfect. He's the only perfect thing. And then the second question, how might Psalms 69 verse 15 be pivotal in getting through them? I think through prayer, through grace, through really walking in forgiveness and letting things go. In our flesh, in things we go through, we're bad as the human, the flesh part, we want to hold on to it. We don't want to let it go. We don't want to move forward. But when you do that, you're allowing the devil the first foothold into your life, into your mental state, and through whatever you're going through. And he opens it up to where he can go in there and do his work. So you have to really, really be cautious of that, so you know that, okay, I'm not going to let this overtake me. I'm not going to drown from this. Because if you don't, he will play with your mind. He will let you hold on to regret and let you want to have revenge or whatever it is. All of us, it can be different ways. And when you know that he doesn't have the power, he doesn't have the victory, you get past it. Hey, Crystal O. But anyways, I just want to make a quick stop by before. I hope you're having a great day. And well, thank you, Sean. It's good to see you. Talk to you soon too, buddy. Have a good day at school. I hope it goes really, really good. Sean, for anybody new here, welcome, welcome. But if you don't know, Sean is one of Mason's good friends, and he's been a great supporter here on the platform. And so it is much, much appreciated. Sean is one of my moderators and a great friend that always helps when he's able to stay with channel dropping links and keeping our channel respectful and stuff too. So, and he's really, really good with this editing. A lot better than me. Him and Mason really get technology way, way better than this girl does. But anywho. So yes, y'all, that's our reading from the day. And it says, Dear Jesus, thank you for meeting me in the depths. Please lift me out with love, grace, and power. And so there's nothing, no situation, no place, no thing, unless you don't believe, that can undertake you when you know that God is going to pull you out of it. It's his timing and his will, though. You know, that's the main thing you got to understand. You got to really, really fully understand that and respect that. So if anybody like that, or you like these type of videos where I'm sharing the Lord's word in the midweek chat and coffee and updating lives, please give us a thumbs up. Consider joining the channel if you haven't already. And yes, let me know if you can still hear and see me okay. Just do the thumbs up emoji. That lets me know how the stream is going. There's 4 people watching and 4 likes. We're on our phone today instead of the laptop. I just thought it'd be easier since I'm here in my chair and I am still having coffee. Let me know. Let me know. I can't even comment because it doesn't show me fully. Or maybe I'm just missing it. It doesn't let me comment unless I go out and see stuff too. But yeah. Who's with me? Thumbs up if you're still with me. Okay. I did the reading, so if you want to go and look and catch the replay, or I can do it again if you would like, Marcia and Coffee. I did the 30th today, and this was In the Depths, our daily books I read from. Y'all, they're really, really good because you can get their books, their devotionals, and you don't have to. It's always nice if you can give them a couple dollars monthly or something like that. And they've got the prettiest books, the most prettiest readings. But the Bible verse from that, Washi and Coffee, was, do not let the floodwaters engulf me or the depths swallow me up. Comes from Psalms chapter 69, verse 15. And that is such a beautiful Bible verse. And the read, I already did it. It's a really, really good read. These also have Bible in the year. So you have the Bible verses. If I didn't mention that during the read, you have the Bible in the year if you want to read. Yes, it's a very, very nice verse. This is what I read in. I either do this in the morning or the evenings, and then I read in the Bible. And I do a Bible study that's called SOAP. SOAP, S means scripture, O means observation, A means application, and P means prayer. So I can't type it in, y'all, because I'm on my phone doing the live stream. But once again, if you would like to learn that, that's something I learned from my son's youth group leader is SOAP, the word SOAP. And it literally means S means scripture, O means observation, A means application, and P means prayer. And it's a really, really good way of kind of breaking down the read and study, because sometimes the Bible it's got bigger words and names. It can be really, really hard to understand, but it can be a good way of getting the word in but also making sense of it. So yeah, it's a really, really good read. You've heard of it? Yeah. He was telling me back from before he was at our church, the last church he went to, he learned it. I don't do it now as much, but that's what I did. I actually have the I'll get it and show y'all. I actually have I have the New International Version Bible, but I also have a study Bible that I read from. And so the reason I read from the study Bible too is because it does kind of give you the theme, the kind of around when they think. They can't be exact, but kind of the time window, the BCs they call it. The history on the person that did the write, and it's really interesting. I'll show you. You do something similar, okay? Well, that's a good thing. It's really, really good. And it's really nice. I always keep my Bibles in a Bible case. I got 2 of them. This is not the one I'm reading right now, but this is the one I have. This is my very first, not my very first Bible, but since I've been with my husband, it is. This is the study Bible, the New International Study Bible. And, let's see, hold on. It's thick. It's really, really thick. And so, like we'll just pick one out. Like the book of Nehemiah. Gives you an introduction, the outline. When I start in the read, it gives me the reading and the Bible study below the blue line. And the Bible study takes you back through different Bible verses and definitions of words and information on what the story's about. It gives a lot of pictures. It gives you like there's a map, there's a book of Hosea. See right here, just on the first page, it says a quick look, author, audience, date, and theme. And so before you even start reading in the book of like Hosea, it would give you information on kind of what you're reading. I have an app that has different Bible translations. That way I can compare. It helps me get the meaning of the verse if I'm confused like out loud. And no, washing coffee, that's a really, really good thing. That's what I like to do, because sometimes there are a lot of information. Like when they're using big old names and words, you're like, what? I've even had that not just with the Bible, like, and this is going to sound really, really stupid to some people. It might make sense. Very first time I heard someone say benign, I was like, when I went in one time and I had some tests done, it was for some female stuff. The doctor said, everything come back benign. And I looked over at my best friend and I was like, I was lost. I about started crying because I was lost. I was like, what does that mean? Is that good? That bad? Is that... I didn't know, because the doctor didn't say. She just told me on the paperwork, on the chart, on the test, benign. And so she explained to me after that she walked out for a minute and had to come back, went out to do something, and then she came back in. She was like, all that means is clear, you know. Or a lot of times when when we're using the cancer word or different, like, test they do, it means everything's clear and good. And I was like, oh, but I was so confused. I had never heard it. I didn't have a clue, so I was really, really lost. So it's really, really important when you're reading, whether it's from the Word or you're doing it for school or work or maybe in home, wherever, that you can kind of break down the or the meaning sometimes. And you can do that anymore this day and age through Google, through a loved one, through just breaking down that word, looking up the information on it. Yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Oh, bless your heart. Mine's sitting up here being good. Say hey, Mushroom. Say hey to Angie. So yes, that's my updates though, y'all. Some of you asked me too on another topic, but kind of similar to what we're talking about since it is in coffee update. Some of you have asked me, how do I remain humble and kind, or how do I, and let me put it this way, my husband can be the first to tell you right now he's sleeping. I'm not always humble and kind. I definitely have my days where my moods go up, and I have my days where my moods go down, and I can be really antsy and just really ill and not bitter as much. It's just very, very frustrated. And I have to really, really be careful of that, because then my envious side kind of comes out a little bit. Like, I'll get kind of a little irritated if, like, there was one time, it's been a while back, my husband was sleeping, I didn't sleep the greatest, and I was so just mad about it. I was just mad. And there was nothing else I could do but be mad about it. And I had to tell God, like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be like that. But, yeah, irritable. I think that's a good word, Washington Coffee. I think the one thing that helped me is just understanding that, like, my dad, he has a really, really good attitude, in his, now that he's getting older. And man, it's like, if I go through anything hard like what he's went through, I definitely want that kind of attitude. I want that kind of attitude and want that mindset, because a lot of times we don't. And it's not because we don't want to have a good attitude, it's because we panic and we don't know what to think or what to feel during going through something. So for anything you go through today, anything you go through in life, health, faith, whatever it is, remind yourself two things. Have a good attitude. Well, that's more than one word, but that's two things. Have a good attitude, and two, don't base it off of other people. Just try to have a good attitude. The best way you can be, whether you're running errands or you got a work schedule or you got a life at home or you got a lot going on, is through forgiveness, through love, through kindness. Everything that I say to y'all and I talk to y'all about doesn't mean that I've got it right and I've got it all figured out. Just because I can clean and reorganize and declutter a cabinet and I look like I've got my home well put together doesn't mean that. It just means there's areas I'm still working on. It's human nature when we panic at first, but trying to maintain a positive. Yeah, it is, and that's the thing. Your panic mode's gonna kick in, especially if you get bad news on your health, or maybe something with work or school's not going right, or something personal. But if you can tell yourself that it's not the realistic thing, that it's not going to be the outcome, and you stay in a good attitude, it's important. I never thought through my dad, I don't think, that I would be able to say that, because my dad, in his younger years, he was just young and he was having fun and he was all over the place. And I think something about when we age and we go through things, it will humble you. Whether you want to or not, it will humble you in some way. And you got to have appreciation for people and their choices and how they live and do things, because no one's going to do things alike. And if they all did do things alike, this would be a pretty boring world. Okay? That's the way I look at it. So you all got to have a different attitude, but you want to have a good attitude. And no matter what you go through, you want to carry a mindset and a good attitude. And that's definitely when I on the coffee midweek chat and coffee update. That's the first thing I want to give to y'all is that I've seen from the day my dad called me and said, "Hey, Crystal, I need to share something with you," and he told me. That's the very first thing I seen and felt in his soul was like, I've got this and I'm okay. And whatever happens along the way, I'm still going to remain with a good attitude because he knows that if he slides back from that, he's going to feel different and it could look a lot different. But yeah, anybody that's reached out to me personally, thank you, and I appreciate it. And they also say thank you because it is very important. Somebody asked me my dad. My dad probably he don't care as much as my mom does about telling his age, except when I get his age wrong. He's 64. So my daddy is 64 and my mom is 67. So aging has a way of humbling us for sure. It definitely does. It definitely does, Washi and Coffee. There's something about getting older that I think by the time you have kids and you start seeing your looks change and you go through enough things, you can kind of appreciate life more, if that makes sense. So let me go ahead and show y'all the giveaway items. Before we show those, let me give you the information. I do this several times throughout a video or a live because that way for new followers or people that's new to the channel, they do get and can see. So if you're new here, then welcome to our channel. If you are returning, then welcome back. We're a variety channel. That means I give you planners, I give you cleaning, I give you the Lord's Word. I share vlogs of things we do. You do want to check a few of my videos. If I'm not your cup of tea, that is completely okay. You're definitely going to find many channels that might be. We upload 6 times a week. We're being very consistent right now. I have decided to give it to June. That may change because it is kind of growing. But we upload Mondays is a planner decoration. Those videos are always a live stream like what we're doing right now. Tuesdays are clean with me, and I clean every day, but Tuesdays y'all get to clean with me. And let me know, Washi and Coffee, Angie, everybody here, if cleaning in a live stream is the video you like seeing, or you'd rather just me keep it in a regular video. I did do the Clean With Me live yesterday, but those I have focus points. So that could be like underneath the kitchen sink or inside the refrigerator. Because there's always going to be a certain part of your home that might need a little bit more love. That's true with all of us. Closet, sometimes your yard. Wednesdays are midweek chat and coffee updates. That is this video, and they're always live. Thursdays are vlogs, so it can be a little bit of everything. It can be playtime outside with Jay, to us running errands, to just some kind of random video. I try to take several clips and merge those together to make the vlog more interesting. They're typically no more than like 3 to 4 minutes, maybe 7 minutes, but you still get a good bit in that vlog. Fridays are a declutter and a reorganize. Someone asked me a couple weeks ago, how do I decide on that? For me, I declutter and clean all 4 seasons. So winter, fall, spring, and summer, I always declutter something. Secondly, when I'm decluttering, I tell myself 3 big things. Am I keeping it? Do I decide to donate it? Or is it a throwaway item? And I always kind of break them down into piles. And I go typically room by room. This year, I haven't went room by room because I just did this over the year 2024. Hey, Lisa, I did this over the year 2024, so I didn't feel I needed to go and do it in that order. I do have a lot of stuff. I'm a pack rat at heart. I have tons of purses. I have tons of planners. I have tons of clothes. I have tons of jewelry. Whatever you can name on the list, I have tons of. But I do kind of keep it organized in my own way. One thing I like to teach people, not because I'm a know-it-all, not because I'm better, just because of my background. I worked in the hotels. I did cleaning rooms and management a little bit. And also my background, I grew up in a family to where we kept things cleaned and organized. So thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Bobby Simmons, my dad. Thank you to the people that really, really taught me that. And, you know, that's my background. Two things I know with my cleaning is just we're very critical on people sometimes. Hey, Lucy Warner's World, welcome, welcome. Two things to remember. How you clean and the way you do it is your choice, first and foremost. Secondly, how you decorate your home and you like it is none of nobody's business as long as you're getting up and you're doing something. You being active in some form and way, if it is just strictly through cleaning your home, that's completely okay, y'all. And we have to change the mindset of a lot of people that tell you, oh, you're not doing it right. It's not right. Or this and that. Or your kids should be doing this and that. We have to change that mindset. So let's show the giveaway items, though. The rules for the giveaway. If you would like to enter the giveaway, you will put enter me here in the stream if you're here in the stream. If you're catching the replay of the video, that's okay. You can always put it in the comment section or on my videos in the comment section. But the rules are simple. One, you must like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the notification bell. You do have to live in the United States to enter the giveaway. That's the first rule. Number two, you must join the channel or give super thanks or gift. If you do both of those things, you get 3 entries into the giveaway. Okay? And then we'll show you the giveaway items. We'll say, hey, keep up the great videos. Stay safe and God bless. You too, Lisa. I hope you're doing well and good love. It's good to see you. Let me show you the giveaway items. Let's move this way. Let me grab my coffee real quick. Okay. Coffee. Now, the giveaway items are over here, and I try to show these pretty briefly here lately in videos. I will do the name drawing like a day or two after June 1st, and the way it will work is I always do the old school way. So if you want to enter the giveaway now, you can go ahead and enter it. Lucy's Warner World, anybody. But you do have to... I've been going and keeping up with my analytics a lot more because sometimes there's a few. There's not anybody that's here, but there's a few that will tell me they're supporting the channel, and you see it. You're going to see if someone's liking the video, if someone's joining the channel, and it is very optional. I don't expect anybody that doesn't want to or can't, don't have to. And if I'm not your cup of tea, even as far as just watching and supporting, liking, that's fine. But if you're doing everything the proper way, it helps us as content creators build our support, whether it's views, whether it's watch hours, whether it's revenue. So do keep that in mind. And I have to say that, y'all, because that's the only thing that will help the channel. So this is a Kate Spade purse. This strap, Steve Madden strap, but it's gold, so you cannot see it. It's big. Doesn't have feet on the bottom. This purse is kind of heavy, especially, you know, when it's full. I'll show you the little wallet thing. No name brand. You put cards, pictures, cash. You probably fold it and put it in there. And then this Kate Spade purse. Now, all my purses stay stuffed. I watch a bunch of purse ladies on YouTube. Every time I bought a purse that's been stuffed from the store, I stuff all my purses with tissue paper because it helps them hold their shape. And y'all know for us ladies, if we like a purse, then you want them to be stuffed. This is what you will have a chance to win. Your name will get put on a sticky note. It will get added into the little pod container. And then I also write it down on a paper. And it only takes me a couple days when I do my giveaways to go back down and get stuff mailed out. But I do want to give it some wiggle room because we are still, even though the revenue's growing and the hours, I do have to decide in my heart if it does well enough, if I want to take it down, if I want to keep going with it. It takes a lot of work to bring a video and to edit that video and the sound and the quality and just... I love YouTube. I've done YouTube. Oh my God, how long have I done? I've done YouTube since about 2015. So I've done YouTube for the last 16, 17. I've done YouTube for about the last 10, 11 years of my life. And way before I did anything with YouTube other than just do it for fun, I would watch YouTubers. I would watch tutorials. I would watch videos and vloggers I enjoyed. And so I originally started off as a channel called Craft Mom 35. And then there's been a bunch of humble housewife and Mom Simmons. there's been a bunch of channels out there because I'm not always great with keeping up with passwords. So I've been on this one for about 3-4 years, I think. And I do thank the YouTube people and the app itself, because this is a great way, y'all. I don't want to get emotional. I'm one of those that get emotional over silly little things. But this has been over the last maybe 2 years or so, maybe 3. I'd have to ask my grandparents. This has been one great way that I get to feel connected to loved ones I might not get to see, and I wouldn't get to see on an everyday basis. Like my mama's mom and daddy. Can you believe that my mom's mom and daddy, my grandma will be 86. I think my granddad's 84. I may have their ages wrong, but they're in their 80s. And they have never met Mason. They haven't been around me in at least over 20 some odd years or longer. And this is one good way that they get to see me and Mason, my life, what I do, what I'm into through YouTube. My son Christopher, he don't do them all the time, but this has been a really, really great place where he can go and just be a boy. He don't have to worry about depression kicking in. He don't have to worry about, he can share and meet other young guys his age that love basketball, that are into things that he likes. It's a good place where you share goals, ideas, dreams. And that's a mindset that should really change. The internet wants to make it very opinionated. If you don't do it a certain way, if you don't do it right, if you're not working a job, and you gotta rebuke that, cast it down, and realize that no, if you're doing what you can do, and you have a mindset. I mean, I've seen a lot of YouTubers that start off small, and their revenue's great, and they're monetized in a few days. And I've seen some that's taken years, like me, you know. So yeah, they're amazing family. Now my granddaddy, he's very interesting. My mama's daddy, Granddad Barton, Warshian Coffee. My granddaddy, he's a very informational guy. He always loves to read books. He used to do dumpster diving. He's a collector at heart. But he'll get some information from YouTube. He'll get some information and some tips and advice and help, and he loves it. And he watches so many amazing vloggers. He gets up every morning. He has his coffee, his little wake up. He turns on that TV and he looks. They don't ever comment on my videos. That'd probably be too much for them to understand. But they do always support. They always support. They always watch. They always encourage me. My stepmom, she's normally here in the live. Joyce, she raised me from the age of 10, 11 years old up to I was 17 and left home. I wouldn't even say I would go to the extreme to say he loves research. Yes. My granddad is one of those. He wants to know the facts, and he wants to know the whys and the why nots. And that's completely okay, because he gets a lot of his information, whether it's food, whether it's something that's going on in the world. He's a very, very interesting person. But there's been so many amazing people and so many amazing friends I made. Lisa, the one that come in and just said hi, she don't never stay very long. Me and Lisa went to school together. She graduated probably about 1.5 years before me for high school diploma. And she was super well at the math. I was always really weak in the math, but she was super well at it. She graduated. She helped me when I first started off going for my high school diploma, and I was so nervous and so anxietied out. She definitely made me feel calm and at ease when I started that class, to kind of take me under her wing and help me. And so that meant a really, really lot to me. And a lot of y'all asked me about work and school and all that for me. So I did 4 years of high school diploma, 4.5 years. Wasn't because I wanted to go back to school. That was just not my cup of tea. I wasn't about college, and I'm not putting anybody down that does. Go for it. Education is so important. It just wasn't what I wanted to do. But because I didn't get the proper education, I used to say I was cheated. I'm not cheated. The school systems and the teachers and things, the way they do stuff, it's just different. So I took regular classes, and a lot of my classes, I would get credits for them, but I wasn't getting the full credit for a class. And so because of that, I graduated with a certificate. And I never did go to my graduation. I thought I was pregnant. I don't know for sure if I was or not. So I kind of, I went to my prom, but I didn't go to my graduation when I graduated. The last 2 weeks, they told me I didn't even have to come if I didn't want to. I had done completed all the exams and all the classwork. I was done. But I completed school. So I had to go back ultimately and get my high school diploma. And so I graduated in June of 2024. Best day of my life. Best day of my life. I had my husband there. Some of my family, because there was a lot going on then, didn't get to make it. But my husband was there. My pastor was there. A really great friend of mine from church, Mary, was there. They got to see me walk the stage and graduate. I got to walk up and bear hug my principal, which is an amazing, absolutely great feeling. I got to do the a pledge allegiance with everybody that was there. Or was it the pledge allegiance? Yes, I did the pledge allegiance. And I would like maybe one day, if I never go back to work, then at least I can use my education and the knowledge I have now to help Mason. Because Mason's really, really smart. He's into planners like Mama now. He's been talking Dad, and Daddy got him his first happy planner. But he kind of struggles when it comes to like the reading and the comprehension, and that's something they're going to be working a lot on in high school, because we're transitioning from middle school over into high school. So that's going to be a very, very big thing with him. But yeah, you didn't want to see your classmates laugh out loud. Like, I wanted to see everybody. I felt kind of weird. I was like, oh my God, what if people notice even though I don't notice? I was just ready to be done with school. Warshy and Coffee, I worked my junior year and my senior year in a cotton mill. I worked in the little spinning room area of that cotton mill for about 2.5 years. So I was going to school 8 hours a day, turning around, leaving school, and then working a 12-hour shift. And so, yeah, I really, really loved it. And I got bullied a lot. I was the geeky one. I was the one that didn't fit in. I was the nerdy one, probably not the pretty one, which I'm completely okay with that. Definitely had my own little crowd I ran with. Me and my sister, we love each other, but she was a very popular girl, and I was the geeky one. So she didn't really want me to hang out with her as much in school because I'd embarrass her. But I had great teachers. I had really, really great teachers. I had a really, really great school. Things are different from state to state, and the way we teach and the way we help is different. And you can't really judge someone and say, oh, well, that's not fair. They got cheated. I mean, you can, but it's not realistic. Technology is advancing so fast, and the style of teaching, the way people learn and grab things are completely different a lot of times. And so just me being respectful for that, more than just getting my education, like I'll show y'all my teacher. I had the world's greatest teacher that could probably walk the face of earth, in my opinion, but Mr. Stephen Lowe. That was my math teacher. He also did an afternoon class. It was like a help class. And we did this in the afternoons at Merced Adult School. So we did a lot of book reading and stuff like that. Such a great man. Such a great man. He's like my second father. Okay, he's like literally my second father. And he's no longer with us. He's in heaven, though. I know he's there with the Lord. He's in heaven, so that puts my heart and my mind at ease that he's in heaven. He's a great guy, y'all. He's a great guy. I miss that man so much. I miss him so much. There's days I just stare at his picture and I cry because he gave me a tool. He gave me a skill that, wow, a lot of people don't get. I've known plenty of loved ones and friends that they can't read and write, and then that breaks my heart because I'm not where I need to be just because I got my high school diploma, but I have a lot more knowledge than what I did if I didn't do it. And he spent so much time with me, so much time, so much extra help. He was wonderful. He was such an amazing, amazing, amazing person. And what's really, really odd and funny, I'm trying not to cry and get emotional on y'all, was like Miss Debbie, the lady I go to church with. Miss Debbie was one of my teachers at Merced Adult School. And she's also one of the church members at my church. And she's taught all kinds of classes, GED, She taught another class over there. I can't think of the name of the class over at Merced Adult School. So it's really, really awesome that now I not only get to be with somebody that taught me and helped me along the way, but she also goes to my church, you know. So that's very important. Very, very important. But anybody that wants to enter that giveaway, please do it here in the live, or if you would like to do it on one of my videos, do it. We're going to be on for about maybe 5-10 more minutes so that we get that hour in on the live stream. He was so amazing. He was so amazing, Washington Coffee. I think of goals and life things that I try to work on, and he had such a well-spoken personality. He was so humble and kind and just so loving, and he dedicated his whole life was into helping people, you know? I couldn't tell you honestly if that man had a personal life. But he's good. I'm always thankful because the school system's here. Like, that's the one thing. You hear a lot of rumors about California. Oh, this state's horrible, blase this, blase that. The cost of living's crazy through the roof. But the one good thing I can promise you about California is they know what they're doing as far as our school system. Since the day Mason started school to the day he went all the way from preschool up to almost being a high schooler, which is hard for me to believe that I almost got 3 adult kids, right? They're always going to be kids and my babies, but 3 adults. From the day that we knew he was mild autistic, he was diagnosed in Modesto, California. They did everything. They stepped in, got him into the program with the preschool. They helped me. And that was the whole way I really learned about autism and what it was and what we would need to do. One of his teachers came showing up to my house and bought him a brand new bike and the helmet, and she brought all these gifts, and it was so sweet, you know, like everybody loves Mason. Like Mason is just everything to them, and Mason is very, very humble, you know. He got in trouble one time and he got sent to the principal's office for like a detention type thing. You know what he said? He wanted to go do it again. He was definitely wanting to go do it again. He didn't take it as attention. He thought, I want to go hang out and have lunch with the principal again, you know? So it was just too funny to them, too funny to us. I think he's going to really, really excel and do really, really good. We get kind of nervous because of the autism. What kind of future does he have? And this is questions we talked about with the school and also the doctors and stuff like that back when he was diagnosed. But I think like he's so humble and he's so smart in so many areas as to where he will really, really excel and like blow our minds in a way that we don't even see yet. You like detention too? Yeah, I didn't like detention. Detention for us was like they put you in this classroom and you have to just sit there and do work by yourself. You couldn't talk. Your lunch, at lunchtime, you had to take your lunch tray into the detention room with you. We had she could have been a sweetheart lady, but she's a really mean lady. You couldn't even look at her. She was like almost scary in a way, and I didn't like it. It broke my heart every time. I got sent to detention a lot because I would always, being a talker and being talkative like I am, I would always interrupt the class. So a lot of times I'd have to do a day in detention for interrupting the classroom. Yeah, we wasn't allowed to talk in detention. We had to be quiet, and that was super, super hard for me because I talk and just, yeah. Can you imagine someone that talks as much and as loud as me going into a detention class and you're being told you can't talk, but you know that's what you do? Like, that's why you're sent to detention? Yeah, so, I wrote notes, laugh out loud. Yeah, we had to do a lot of work. And my daddy, they had a thing at one point, a couple of my teachers, to where you would write off, I will not talk during class. I will, and you'd have to write that 100 times. My daddy said, nope, my kids ain't doing writing off. Give them extra homework. And I thought, really? Give us extra homework? No, I'll write 100 times. I'm good, Dad. I'll write 100 times. My dad considered that wasted notebook paper, and that was not going to happen. So my dad would always say, give extra homework assignment or extra classwork. And the teachers would. They'd load us down with that because if we wasn't writing on the paper, I will not disrupt the class or whatever it is they had you writing off 100 times, then my daddy would go in and make sure that you had the extra classwork to do. Kind of embarrassing, but Bobby Simmons always done things in a way that he knew his kids were going to be fine, because you were still going to get something from it. We always walked around as kids sometimes, and my dad always did a lot of vacationing, hiking, camping. He was a Boy Scout leader. Now he's a Girl Scout leader, so it's really odd. He's had very many things. My brothers played sports. I did a little bit in school, ROTC, a little bit of track. I didn't do a lot, but a little bit. But my daddy, I'm bored. There's nothing to do. He'd say, okay, let me go get you a trash bag. Here, you can go out and pick up the rocks in the yard. Like, really? My dad's a very interesting character. And in that way, you wouldn't go around saying you're bored anymore, though. You know, if he put you outside doing yard work, right? So, and that's one thing. That's where with my cleaning, y'all say y'all love my cleaning videos. Please let me know what videos you want to see more of and you want me doing. Because, like, when I grew up in a family, when I got up to get ready for school, my bed had to be made up. I didn't get to go out and catch the bus or get taken to school and I have a bed that's not made up. I was taught and I don't make my bed up as soon as I get up in the mornings, but I normally have my bed made up no later than 9, 10 in the mornings. Because I was taught that. I mean, you don't get up out of bed and leave your bed messy. Also, if your bed's not made, your home don't feel clean. So beds are like the very first thing I do a lot of times when I clean. Mason, he does his mostly. He has a lot of stuffed animals, so a lot of times I do have to step in and help or kind of straighten up things if I don't like the way it looks in his room. But he does his mostly. Mason can get a little bit lazy. And then Mason, you need to pick up. You need to put that away. But he's also a big, big collector at heart. Probably more than Mama is. Yeah, I don't like extra homework, but that's what my dad always done, though. But yeah, man, I don't like to go into too many details, but that's how, with my first marriage, that's how we met, and we're my first 2 kids. We grew up going to not the same high school. We went to different high schools. But we had a career center class that was required that we take, and we ended up taking the same career center classes. That's how we ended up, Kylie and Christopher. And a lot of people get that confused, and that's completely okay. If you ever have questions, feel free to ask here. My Kylie and Christopher are from my very first marriage. And then Mason, his daddy is the one you see now. So, yeah, they're so interesting, They're so funny. When cats are on the bed, I don't have the heart to make. Oh, my cats don't like when I make them. I only have one, but any cats we've had, Spooky never did like beds made. Mushroom absolutely hates if he's near me and around me and I'm making a bed. He will take his little paw and pop at me, even look at me and hiss sometimes, but I'm like, no, dude, my bed has to be made and straightened up. So I just kind of push him off the bed, which I don't let. This is going to sound mean, and then we're going to get ready to jump off here. But thank you, everybody that's come in to support. I don't let Mushroom go downstairs yet, because Mushroom tends to he wants to get into everything. He wants to climb the curtains. He wants to knock Mama's makeup off the vanity into the floor. He wants to drag out little knickknacks or pictures, and he makes a mess. So he's not only keeping you awake, he's also disorganizing the room while you're trying to sleep. So my husband asked me the other day, like, let's let the cat down. I was like, no. And he just kind of looked at me. I was like, he gets into too much. I think when we get past the kitten stages, he'll kind of mellow out and he won't do that as much, or he might do it more. But he does not get to go downstairs and sleep in the bed with Mama, because I wouldn't get any sleep. He is such a cool cat. Our cat Spooky was really, really cool. Probably the best animal we've had is Lucky. Lucky, our dog. He just showed up one day and wouldn't leave, and I fed him and let him inside, and he never went away. But I didn't even like cats. My husband grew up around cats. He had been around more cats than me. I really wasn't a fan of a cat, and then they kind of grew on me. We've had 3. Spooky, Mercury, we had to just let that sucker out. He was a mess, a hot mess. And then Mushroom. But thank you. I love the cat. He's very, very special and different. He's what I call my little bargain kitty, right? Because he's funny. Like, he gets into everything. He's different. Pluto, I love. Come here, Pluto. Come say hey to the YouTubers. Come here. Pluto I love, but Pluto's kind of getting old. Come here. Say, I'm getting old, and I'm kind of a Cujo towards people. I really don't mean to be. He went out the other day. He was standing at the door like, Mom, I got to go use the potty. I was like, you got to go outside. He got all excited, jumping around. And so I let him go out, and he went right after somebody. I thought, dude, you're going to get taken from me. Keep it up. Go out there and bite somebody. Take you a leg off. Say, let me have a leg. Because you know what happens? One day they're going to pick you up and put you in a van or a truck or something. And you're going, bye-bye, Pluto. Bye-bye, Pluto. Pluto is not old, but he's probably about 7 or 8 years of age. I've had him for about 6, 7 years. He's probably older than the rest of the crew. Jade's still a puppy and Mushroom. Pluto's my old one, I guess you can say. And Pluto didn't even like me. The first week I got him, he barked and kind of growled at. Well, he didn't really do a lot of barking, but he kind of whimpered. And I cried. I literally like bawled. I was like, baby, you don't think the dog likes me. Don't even come up. Of course, I was like, honey, that dog's going to love you to death. Like, calm down. Give him time. Don't make him nervous. Because I get way too antsy and excited. But the first week I got him, he didn't want nothing to do with me. He just looked at me like, don't you walk up to me and pet me? And then he really just got super attached to me. So he's cute. He's a handful. We call him Cujo because he literally can be a Cujo. That's his nickname that we call him. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to jump off here. I need to get a shower. My hair looks like I haven't brushed it, and I haven't brushed it today or this morning. But I need to get a good shower. I've got a few things to do around here. Thank you for all the love and prayers. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you've reached out to me personally, or you're here in the live, or you're on my videos, and you're praying for my dad, much appreciated. He appreciates it. Please do like and subscribe, share, comment. Y'all hit the notification bell. Do find ways to join the channel. We have monthly memberships. Our first one is $1.99. Our second one is $2.99. And then there's one for $4.99. You do have early access to all videos. I put it over on the community tab. I reach out to most people personally. And then super thanks. And there's gifts. And I appreciate every one of y'all. Be blessed. Thanks for joining. Bye, Warshy and Coffee.